So today's gonna be a bit of a short stream. I kind of want to take the day to relax a bit, so I'm gonna start some quests, maybe grab a few things that are important, and maybe call it. I want to at least... I need to walk the dog before the kids start coming for candy. And I gotta think about my whole dinner situation, since my dad's not here. So, we'll see. But, let's begin with this one over here. I think this one has to do with rain. Yes, because rain's right there. Ah, Freya, have you seen Reen? She's been looking for you. Wait here. I'll go and get her. There you are. Truth is, I need your help. Okay. Now hold on, I haven't even told you what it is yet. After you feed them at Selk, I sense a strange concentration of light somewhere far to the south, in the empty, in the lands that were once swallowed by the flood. I can't tell what it is, but we have to find out. For all we know, it might even be another Light Warden. Whatever it may be, I don't intend to stand by and watch. Oh. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Thancred, Urianger, and I have a few theories that we plan to test once we find whatever's causing this. Three of us were reluctant to ask for your help, considering everything that you've been through. The thing is, you're the only person who can defeat Light Warden without becoming one yourself, so we have no choice. While we don't want to jump to conclusions, it would be a good idea to have you there, just in case. So will you come with us? I wouldn't have it any other way! Thank you, Freya. This means a lot. First of all, let's head to the Derrick in Amarang. Thancred and Urianger should have everything ready by now. Probably won't be doing any of these raids. Probably just gonna get them set up. The near raids, on the other hand. I don't know what's the near raids, actually, to be honest. I guess we'll have to find out. Anyway, I'm pretty sure there's another one. Minstrel from Another Mother? No, not that one. By the time you hear this. Pretty sure that's it. I gotta check on something. Alright. Now, I've been trying to think of another DPS to level while I'm waiting. I've been thinking of Monk, but we'll see. I like the outfits that Monk gets, so. Raise me word if you'd be so kind. We have the Crystal Guard have a request to make of you. Races are planning to enter the Crystal Tower to learn more of its history. However, there is a problem. Now, what I'm about to reveal is strictly confidential. Were word to get out, panic would spread throughout the citizenry. Our scouts have reported that ferocious beasts and bizarre machines roam the hallways. Machines, huh? So we can eliminate these threats, none may enter. Strange ethereal readings also been detected, and we expect that the phenomena are linked. The Exarch has ordered us to seek your aid in making the tower safe for our researchers to go about their work. He mentioned that you are better equipped than most to face the dangers that lurk in the tower, but we elected not to go into detail. Is this true? I mean, I'm pretty fucking good. Then your prior experience may prove beneficial. Come, let us proceed to the entrance. I didn't even do that. I checked. Yulmore is actually the end game like tombstone area where you turn on all that stuff to get cool shit. And there are some really cool armors in there. Some of which look like Bloodborne gear. Like no joke. So I'm very excited to try out those. Take your preparations listen carefully. You lead a party of elite troops into the tower and respond to any hostility with lethal force. Once the way is clear, the researchers can begin their expedition. Yeah. My friends and I just watched the Anonymous Agony Mandalore gaming video like a couple of days ago, and that game is fucking insane. Please identify source through disturbance. The tower cannot be considered safe until we do so. Should you encounter any opposition beyond your capabilities, you are to withdraw immediately. I wish you best of luck. The twinning! Yo! Okay, I might do this one. Because, I've seen the memes. Hayes, best protagonist? No. I wonder what the twinning leads to. Which one of these leads to the near raids? Was it the one that where you talked to Reen, or about going outside of where the flood was? I just want to find that and get those ready because I'm probably won't be doing those on the stream, but we'll see. I want to do them with my friends. Dwarf camp? Dwarf camp. Okay. Thank you. Gossipy dwarf. Ah, gossipy dwarf. This place is so nice to actually see like an actual blue sky in. Ah. There you are. You heard latest rumor out of Karma? Strange is fine in recent memory, though actual details as to what said fine actually is have yet to emerge. If you do happen to come into any juicy tidbits, I'd be keen to hear them. The suspense is killing me here. So, Sarge, apparently, if you're a Lalafell, you can't enter these buildings. I think that's very funny. Alright, maybe I could... I wish I can fly here. Yes, I can. But yeah, like I said, we're just going to be setting some things up, getting some things done. Maybe I might stream me starting to play healer, since I haven't shown you guys that before. I'm trying to level my healer up to 80. I'm getting pretty close. Or I might just show you guys me starting as monk. I've already started monk, but I'm like level 12, so not much. It's kind of hard to decide what to go to next. I might just go with Red Mage, considering that has its own like quest line here, being a caster DPS. We'll see. But yeah, my friends don't usually play these games pretty late in the night, so if I'm going to stream them, it's going to be pretty late, like near 10 o'clock Pacific time. I can neither confirm nor deny the existence of a new discovery of untold value that only select few are allowed to see for themselves. That said, there may come a time when I find myself utterly fascinated by that pile of rocks over there and will be completely oblivious to anyone attempting to sneak past. You're a woman of the world, ain't you? Don't make me say it plain. Wicked right! How bloody stupid are you? You, the imbecile, give me, the guard, 10,000 gil. Then you, the imbecile, get to walk past me, the guard, and see the amazing find. Got it? By the time you start playing by the rules. When the blazes are what? No, sir! No rashness for you tonight. Chief, no! Mercy! Mercy! It's not fair, I tell you. Dwarf toils day in and day out for a pins only to try and make a little something extra on the side, and what does it get him? This is all written by Yoko Taro? That's great. Wait, don't tell me. I assume you came all this way to put in for the position? Sorry, but it's already been filled. You know what they say about assumptions. Don't go playing silly buggers with me. The queer ruins we found deep in the cavern through a tunnel there? The one filled with all kinds of machina? To the point you started calling it a bloody machina graveyard? Well, yes, well, we were looking to hire on another guard, but the position has since been filled by that fellow what tried to swindle you a moment ago. So you're out of luck, I'm afraid. But chin up, lass. Your time will come around again soon enough. Since you're here and still unemployed, mind delivering a message for me? It's for two younglings in Comra. Enog and Konog, sister and brother. Twins. Fond of wearing white and black. Twin thing, I suppose. Message as follows. Lolly bleeding ho, this is no place for children to be messing about. Stay far, far away, or else. Got it? Okay. Also, I could probably stream myself just getting the rest of the Aether Currents and stuff in, the Tempest. Oh, wow, black and white. Wow. Interesting. You got business with this? The chief put you up to this, and you agreed? Haven't you got anything better to do with your time? Wait, those garments, that quiet confidence, those powerful neck muscles sculpted by a lifetime of nodding! That's pretty good. This is that sinner everyone's been talking about, sister. She's the guileless fool we've been waiting for. The perfect patsy. Good thinking, brother. Let's get right to it then. You would happen to be that cunningly stranger everyone likes and adores. You are, aren't you? Perhaps you'd be willing to do us a teensy little favor? Of course you would. My brother and I are conducting some highly secret research at the moment, but we've hit a dead end. To continue, we need to get our hands on an automaton core. So to be your patsy? Oh, don't be silly. Everyone knows you're the soul of generosity. A sinner who can't help but render aid to her fellow sinner in their hour of need. Not for fame or fortune or any other reward, but simply for the joy of it. Am I wrong? This is one of the words where it really doesn't matter what I have to say, isn't it? Now you're on the trolley. The core we require is being stored with other subject materials on the cliffs above us. Once you have it, bring it to my sister. Yeah, this is all written by fucking Taro. That's way too meta to not be Taro. Ah, there's a sinner now. And is that the car I spied in her hot little hands? Heh, brilliant. All we've got to do is sell this for a small fortune, then we'll be one step closer to seeing our plans for world domination to fruition. Well, why are you name on the domination ho? Oh, right. That was a close one, brother. Now then, for our next request. Nolly, what in the hells are you two up to, ho? If you're even thinking of taking advantage of this good sinner, I'll tan both your hides and toss you from the top of White Oil Falls. Now get you gone. Sir, yes, sir. Sorry about that. They don't know any better on account of them being all on their own. No parents. They've lost more than most, you could say. More than anyone ever should. Anyway, I've been to ask. Everyone says you're the soul of generosity. A sinner who cannot help but render aid to her fellow sinner in their hour of need. Not for fame or fortune or anything, but simply for the joy of it. Am I wrong? I'd swear you just repeated nearly word for word what these two... Never mind. Hey, welcome new Space creators. We're short a lantern at the dig site. Should be another in the cave just outside the village. Mind going and fetching it for me? Of course you don't. Once you got it, bring it back to me at the dig. Oh, and don't worry. I'll see you compensated for the trouble. But now that I've gotten into post-game Shadowbringers, I might start slowing things down. I'll probably still stream on Wednesdays and Sundays, but I might just start, like, grinding and stuff. Or just doing other games. There's beer in here. Going to need to, what, grind? Hey, are you in the Lantern holdings for yours truly? Yep. Much obliged. Here, a little something for your trouble. Never let it be said a dwarf character doesn't pay his debts. Anyway, if we've nothing else to discuss, just let us pass already. I want to see the ruins, please, 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 please. No, 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 no. It's dangerous and off limits, and even if I were the sort of man who could be bribed, which I'm not, I'd be shocked if you two had anything valuable enough for me to risk my neck looking the other way. Why are you and everyone else so bloody obsessed with trying to get a look at the cavern filled with mysterious mocking anyway? It's just a bloody scrap heap, ain't it? No, no, no. It's so much more. Based on our research, we have reason to believe that those ruins contain... Hush, sister. How many times must you nearly give the game away? It's supposed to be our secret. Oh, yes, right. Right. It's just so hard sometimes to contain my enthusiasm. Nothing. These ruins contain nothing of value whatsoever. We shall leave you to your affairs, honorable guard, sir, and bid thee farewell. Honestly, I'm getting the hope that there's really nothing of value in there for all the trouble it's causing. But, as I was about to say, if we've got nothing else to discuss, then you best be on your way. It's dangerous to wander about an active dig. I don't want anyone getting hurt. Cool, I healed myself for 160. Just what I needed. Comrade, did you learn anything about that big find? I mean, a machine graveyard, huh? Interesting, interesting. This could be the beginning of a great and grand adventure on an utterly nonsensical one. Or not utterly nonsensical one, though that does have its appeal on occasion, I'll allow. Paella. Lemonade. Money. Hey, old sinner, have you heard about the string of thefts in Kamra? Word has it that they have Progeus who's behind them. Not a clue! They got desperate to find a culprit, I'm told, pointing fingers at any who so much as sneeze in a suspicious fashion. Why, the next thing you know, they'll be blaming their old rivals in Tomer. Wicked right! They would do that, wouldn't they? Damn those thin-bearded blighters. Listen, sinner, you go and tell them that if they try to pin this on us, there'll be consequences. Scree! Welcome to Scree! What do you want? Meow! Yes, yes, Lolly bleeding. Oh, it's you. My apologies, Senator, but I've been under a bit of stress lately and don't really have time to chat. Although, perhaps you can help. I know you welcome these sorts of requests for aid after all. The things have been going missing, you see. At first it was just the odd tool here and there, but then the thief began making off with finds from the dig. Valuable finds. If you got the time, I could use some help in identifying the culprit. And so have you checked your exoskeleton lately? Yeah, I just checked it this morning. I don't like to think of it, but it's likely that the thief is one of our own. Hard to access the site otherwise, and I've investigated most of the unfamiliar faces in town to no avail. Can't very well ask you to stroll up to folks with a lolly-ho done any crimes lately, but do have a look around. Perhaps you can find a clue that I've overlooked. I'll take anything at this point, frankly. We're gonna get the first raid for this, and then I'm gonna end it. Oh, not end it. I'm gonna go and move on to the next thing I need to find. Some other side stuff. I found... Ding! You don't look to have our criminal stuff in your pack there, but I take it you found some manner of clue. This ring! Oh, it's a bracelet. Hold on, I think I've seen this before. It belongs to a young lady in the village, if I'm not mistaken, though I couldn't say how she came by such a valuable trinket. Seeing as regular folk can hardly fail to notice when something jewel-encrusted goes missing. She'll like us not be wondering where it's gone about now. You'll probably find her in a panic. All the better for getting her to spill her secrets. Delicate dwarven damsel. Thy damn beardless son of a shite-eating gob! Oh, where could my bloody bracelets have gone? Here. Found it, and you're returning it too. Well, bug in my beard. Thank you ever so much. It was a gift, and I'd hate to have lost it. A gift from who, you ask? You probably don't know him. He's a guard over at the dig site. I had no idea that sort of job pays so well, but it must. We met, he was a right bastard where money was concerned. I could hardly get him to pay for my ale. But of late, he's been downright generous, in a much better mood, too. Oh, and so very affectionate. Yes. Focus on the bracelet, if you insist. I don't know where he got it, though. We don't do a lot of talking. If you're that curious, you have to ask him. He keeps watch over the entrance day and night, so he's not a difficult man to find. How do you like that, Here, it does. Come on, let us in! Let us in! Come on, you know you want to. What I want is for you two to bugger off. I'm a watchman, not a stand here while everyone annoys the piss out of me, man. Don't look now, Nog, but our very dear friend is here, and so very heavily armed, too. I'm sure that she can help settle this little dispute. Why are you here? As if costing me a dinner weren't enough. What? How did I afford a jewel-encrusted bracelet on a watchman's salary? That's none of your concern. Oh, but I have a feeling that the chief will be quite concerned indeed. Doubt my words all you like. I won't be intimidated by the likes of you. Alright, what if I do a gesture at you that shows my extreme doubt? Would that change your mind? This proves nothing, you hear me? Nothing! I don't know what you're accusing him of, but I'm absolutely sure he's guilty of it. More importantly, he's made off with the key! After him! You motherfucker, I don't care! We got you cornered. I don't think he's alone, sister. Oh dear, his chief does seem to be in order. Just so. That's right, surprise triplets. What now, baldling? Found you. Very well, I confess, I did it. Or, we did it. We took turns keeping watch while the others picked over items from the dig site and sold off whatever seemed valuable. And we would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for those meddling kids. Also you, however old you are. I just wanted to impress her. Oh, but there's no chance of that now. All I can do is growl for the chief and hope that he doesn't punish me too harshly. That's some shiny metallic has fallen to the ground. And it is very key to the dig site that Anog and Konak were so keen to obtain. That's case closed, then. It's a good job you showed up. Who knows how long this farce would have continued otherwise. As for you won't be getting any dinner tonight, that's for certain. No, anything but the dinner! think that I was employing 3 brothers in disguise this entire time. I doubt I'll be changing my vocation to detective anytime soon. Minnie? Minnie has returned. What, Minnie? Be good? Good girl! Oh, good girl! Kitty! By the way, haven't seen Anog and Kunnog, have you? Usually when they go this long without getting underfoot, it means they're up to something. I'd be grateful if you track them down again and send them my way. They're peskier than a pack of pixies, but even so, I'd rather keep them where I can see them. Hey, Anog, Kunnog. That's the lot taken care of, but we never did get that key. You mean to say that you picked it up and no one's even noticed it's missing? Splendid! I shall open the door and then you may escort us on your foray. Our foray. After all, everyone knows that the only thing that brings you more joy than... The only thing that brings you more joy than being of service to your family is adventure! Indeed, your adventurous spirit calls you toward ever greater challenges, no matter how staggeringly ill-advised or outright suicidal. Rude, but fair, I suppose. Isn't it just? Hurry along now. There's secrets to be found here, and we'll be the ones bringing them to light, and possibly to market, depending. Maybe we even give you a share of the spoils, a small one, mind. Locked, which bodes well for us finding something worth our time within. Assuming we can get it open. Moment of truth, then. That is not a key! That was easy. Ah, look, 2P. Intruder decided, eliminating with extreme prejudice. What have you done? Wicked white. The machine life forms. Machine life forms? What are you talking about? Why didn't you blow up? I am 2P. Call me 2P. The rest can wait. I thought 2P was black. At least that's how it is in the Soul Calibur, I think. There she is. She is here. Well, it's 2P. It's not 2B. Not yet, anyway. Who knows if we'll actually be able to interact with actual 2B. Who knows? People who've done it. And Konak, don't you dare! How bloody stupid are they? Listen, Sinner. I know we put you to play in trouble already, but I need you to stop them before they dig themselves any deeper. At this rate, someone's going to get hurt. Someone's with the comments between two of them. I tell you, once they get going... They didn't make this easy today, these machine whatsits. If we can't unlock it, we need to break it down. Another door? Who needs this many doors? Sealed per defensive protocols, I believe. Protocol schmotocols. We got something for this movable object. Unstoppable force. Lolly ho. Wahaha, how'd you like that? I'm sure you were told to keep us from getting in trouble or some such nonsense, right? Who took care of those machines? Us. Who got the door open? Us. Who's going to find out what's in there? Us. And this is where we stop continuing this part. Alright. There were 22 more people with me? Not 22, 23. I might be to save my glass for after the dust clears next time. So that gentle scent carried from the draft, that's the smell of secrets. That the means of ingress secured. That's the means of ingress secured. Onward. And the Lala Dwarfs? Oh, wow. Alright. And then now we speak to Green. Hey, Alric! Alric, how you doing, buddy? He gasps! Ah. Also, they're not Lala dwarfs, they're just dwarfs. I hope the desert creatures didn't give you too much trouble on the way here. I doubt they pose any sort of challenge to her. Would that I could say the same with confidence about whatever fiend may be waiting for us out there. Even if the light that Reen sensed turns out to be nothing of consequence, the empty is hardly the most welcoming places. Anything that could survive out there is not to be trifled with. Moreover, it should be reiterated that the light-blasted white wasteland poses as severe a threat as any foe we might face. So you're in post Shadowbringers? It feels weird. I've been on the speedy process of getting through story and stuff, and now I feel at ease. Like, I still have stuff to do, but I don't feel rushed to do it. You know? I feel like now I could just like take it slow. Let Lunar and Shay catch up before we move on to Endwalker. Yeah, this one doth warrant investigation, though for lack of more precise means of navigation, we must needs rely on Reen's innate abilities to guide us. I have formed several hypotheses regarding the nature of the light, but speculation is a poor substitute for first-hand observation. I have about 50 or so quests left. There'll be plenty of time for us to talk about it on the way. You're at 20? Okay. Is the sky slipper ready, Thancred? Ready to take us wherever we need to go. Aye. Back again, too, maybe, if we ask it nicely. The light hath been expunged from Norvrent. The ambient aether of the empty is still corrupted. Dangerously so, in fact. The flood of light devastated everything in its wake. The soil, the air, the water, all rendered incapable of supporting life. 'Tis due to this imbalance that the empty remaineth utterly uninhabitable, even a century thereafter. That's why we're taking every possible precaution. Between the aetherometers I packed and Reen's unique abilities, we should be able to detect and measure any fluctuations in our alignments. According to the Crystarium scouts, a few days out there won't affect us to any noticeable degree, but much longer than that, we risk becoming sin eaters. Since we still don't know how Chocobos and Amara will fare in the empty, we have to prefer more mechanical mode of transportation. This comes courtesy of the researchers in the Mean, who found it in the Crystal Tower and restored it to working order. It's quite safe, I promise. The person in charge said he'll have parts delivered from the Xar should anything break. He seemed quite eager to see what we bring out from the empty, even if I told him we're not hunting for treasure. I'll introduce you, if we have a chance to stop by Mordsuk at some point. Anyway, I think that covers everything. When you're ready to leave, just say the word. Well then, shall we? Although the flood of light is believed to expunge all traces of life in the empty, we must remain ever vigilant. We know not what we shall find. I'm piloting Reen's navigating. You and Ranji will be free to enjoy the view and engage in rousing conversation. By that, I mean he can spend the whole time talking at you, while you nod in agreement. Alright, Thancred. Let's go! With a name like the Empty, I wasn't expecting much in the way of pleasant scenery, but this is downright depressing. To look on the land swallowed by the flood with mine own eyes, 'tis a chilling sight indeed. Approximately 9/10 of this world are as this, a slate all but wiped clean. Were it not for the warriors of darkness and Imphilia. Marine, are you sure we're heading in the right direction? Yeah, it's uncertain. There's no telling how far away it is, though. Nothing for it but to keep going then. You two back there may as well have take a nap. I have a feeling we a good few moms ahead of us. I have to say, it's a touch larger than I was expecting. And is it sleeping? The Empty. No, it's waking up. I don't like the sound of that. Is it a light warden? No, I don't think so. Instead of it being filled with light, it is light. That's just weird. The first Sin Eater. Long have I strived to unravel the mystery surrounding the flood of light, to discover what set the terrible cataclysm in motion. Every thread led to the same conclusion, the same single point. Or single being. I have reason to believe that the entity we see before us is the first Sin Eater, the instigator of the flood, the very foe Imphilia vanquished a century ago. She gave everything she had, and won. But this abomination could undo her work. Aye, the possibility cannot be denied, though it is offset that destruction and creation are but two sides of the same coin. Right, Reen, knowest thou of what I speak? Power to shape reality, to bend the laws of nature. For what was once shattered may be forged anew. That's all well and good, but don't you think we should give it a name first? Hank. Eden. Utopia and Fae, a most auspicious title. Now that's settled, perhaps we should find a spot to set up camp. I even brought a couple of tents on the off chance, but pitching the damn things is something of a fine art. Does anyone fancy helping me? Didn't realize that putting tents up could be such a bother. Still, I'm glad that we got there in the end. I think it should be... Now that's some familiar music. Rankard should be back from scouting the area soon. Once he's here, we can plan our next move. First investigation, we uncover valuable artifacts. These can be exchanged for equipment by speaking with Goo and Mort Soup, or Yao Yao in Yulmore. Though frequent rest may allay the symptoms of prolonged exposure to the Empty's ambient aether, to be unwise to linger here over long. Yeah, this is like super like old Final Fantasy music. Wonder what's taking Thancred so long. Ah, there he is. Oh, that was rather uneventful. Not that I'm complaining. You find anything? No, thankfully. There's not but barren plants in every direction, apart from Eden, obviously. I tried approaching it, and the brute didn't even seem to notice me. I thought it best not to tempt fate, so I withdrew. We should act now, before it's fully awake. Meaning what, exactly? When I think about the flood of light, I get the feeling that rather than destroying everything in its path, what it actually did was stop the flow of aether. Of course, that meant that all of the plants, animals, and people here could no longer survive. They must have crumbled to dust in the years since. But the aether is still here, lying dormant. If Eden is the one that caused it, maybe you can get it flowing again. I don't know for certain, but I think I can use Eden to bring life back to the empty. Now, hold on a moment. What makes you think that's even possible, and how do you expect to control that kind of power? Reen's aspirations may not be as preposterous as thou dost surmise. I believe Manphilia halted the flood of light's advance not by destroying Eden, but by silencing it, and in so doing she hath given us the opportunity too precious to waste. Even now the flame of hope burns on. I, as Manphilia's successor, it stands to reason that Reen doth possess the means to exert her will over Eden, but such a monumental task is not to be taken lightly. What sayest thou, Freya? Imagine this is easier to put Reen's life at risk. There's more at stake than just my life. If Eden is allowed to awaken, who knows what will happen? I have to try. There, Reen, you made up your mind, so how should we go about this? I have an idea. I've been studying it carefully ever since we arrived, and it seems to me that the light is more concentrated at a certain point. I suppose you could call it the core. That giant talus had its core too. Like a beating heart, it controlled the flow of aether. If Eden's core is the same, perhaps we could use it to restore the aetheric balance. The theory is certainly sound. By employing Aethernet shards as beacons, mayhap we could trace the aetherial flow to Eden's core, and in so doing secure the means to teleport to the very heart of the beast. Thankfully, the Settlement Council has kindly furnished us with a plethora of apparatus by which to perform such feats. However, we must needs first have Reen study the entity's interior and chart a suitable course. Once we have reached our destination, I shall fabricate a means by which you may directly communicate with Eden, and mayhap exert a measure of control over it. You can really do that, Urianger? All credit is due to a dear friend, a gentle soul long since departed, who imparted to me a wealth of knowledge concerning aetherology. Although I'm certain she would be all too quick to chastise my methodology. Excuse me for interrupting this trip down memory lane, but I don't imagine that Eden would be too happy about us rummaging around its innards for want of a better term. In all seriousness, though, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some sort of welcoming party arranged from intruders. Perhaps you had best lead the way, Freya? You and 7 other people? It's true that she's the only one who could defeat the Lightborn, but I'd rather not rely on her any more than we have to. Yes, I haven't forgotten what happened when she absorbed too much light. That's how he said. Making promises you have no way of keeping is not a kindness. Now, I wish I could put down words myself, but the simple fact is I can't, and there's no point pretending I can. That's why I'm asking Freya. Then perhaps I could... You already have a job to do, remember? The only reason this plan even has a chance of success is because of your involvement. We need to concentrate on the task at hand and guide us to the core. Not only that, you have to keep an eye on Eden itself. If we somehow manage to make it angry, get us out of there. Are you sure you want to go through with this? This is what I do best. Me. I won't let you down. Though we will remain here, Reen and I should do our utmost to guide thee along the ethereal stream. After thou hast reached the exterior, we shall remain in contact via these link pearls, courtesy of our comrades in the Crystarium. Being relics salvaged from the Crystal Tower, I fear they may be somewhat less reliable than those to which thou art accustomed. And there we go. And now we move on to the next thing. Television apparatus has been calibrated successfully. I believe the probability of irreversible disintegration to be relatively low. Alright, when you are, Freya. Can't get this blaze thing lit. Must be because the Aether has stopped flowing, just as Reen said. Though if this plan of hers and Mirage actually works, we might have to stop calling this place the Empty. That'd be nice. Alright, next thing. That's the twinning. Go to Lakeland. What does this person want? Oh. This is the other one. The, okay. In case you're wondering, it's a porksy, those pig-like familiars, and one has the fondest nightmares. My new Mo translated me to the trainers in the children's dream that's to aid us. Did someone say nightmares? Hello? Ah, it's enormous! Well, of course I'm enormous. It'd be impossible to contain all my cuteness otherwise. Nor your vanity, it seems. Ah, but where are my manners? Ezel 2, Dream Devourer Extraordinaire, at your service. You show me a nightmare, and I'll show you a feast. Now, you'll be wondering, what is a familiar doing without its master? Well, by virtue of the hat that my creator bestowed upon me, I am my own master. Yes, you're no ordinary porksy. Good for you. Now, I trust you know about the trouble that's afoot. Oh, I more than know about the mass nightmares that have been plaguing mortals. I already have a suspect in my sights. Truly? My investigation leads me to believe that a certain pixie bereft of color is appropriate. Of late, they have been sighted flittering about, most suspiciously in the vicinity of Lygya. Bereft of color? How unusual. Now, this pixie has the ability to manipulate dreams directly without even entering Limeg. With such power, they could seal away the garden's gates completely. What? But to be able to do that, you have to be at least the equal of the Titania. You're confused, mortal. Small wonder. But rather than trying to explain, it would be quicker to simply show you. Away I go. Bye-bye. Oh. After all, by keeping company with the Weaver, you've already stepped into the place between dreams and reality. Come. Alright, we're not doing that. I'll do that one later. Next I want to find the quest for the Dragoon. Apparently it'd be in the last place I talked with. So maybe in the Azim Steppe from Reunion? Or it could be Albric. Yeah, it's most likely Albric. Okay, we go, Porthos. Wow. That must be it. Ah, Freya, it's been too long since last we spoke. Your visits are far more frequent than those of another former student of mine, however. It would seem he still prefers to keep his own company. The same can be said of Fustian, who has made quite the name for herself as a hunter in Dravania, according to Orn Kai. Ah, what fortunate timing. Speak of the dragon, he shall appear. Look it up! Iron Guy. Greetings! Would I be correct in guessing you returned fresh from one of your adventures? I traveled to a world beyond our own. To think that such a place could truly exist, and that you have fought such shivering foes, to fall so far from grace is a tragic tale if I've ever heard one. One similar to that of Nidhogg. Aye, though nothing will ever compare to his malice, even death could not quell his thirst for vengeance. At least Andrea was not nearly so consummated by hate. I doubt not that Render raised souls at peace. Peace. I wonder if Nidhogg ever found it. I fear his soul yet lingers, doomed to wander endlessly. That is too cruel fate, even for him. I share your sentiments, for as the Azure Dragoon, I once gazed into his heart as he gazed into mine. Such rage, such sorrow. I will not accept this. That none should mark his passing is more than I can bear. What say you, Freya? Perhaps we could... I too, as so speaks true. Then we are in agreement. Though I must admit that as part of Hresvelgr's brood, I have little knowledge of Nidhogg. A deeper insight is needed if I am to properly pay my respects. Bonham is of his brood. Are you... If anyone would know, it is her. Let us make haste for Zenith. I was just there! We'll do this quest as I think I might call it, honestly. I just want to relax today. But I wanted to get some things out of the way. Like getting stuff ready for next time I stream. Oh, this isn't Zenith. I'm sorry. I thought Zenith was a Zeme step. Alright. Bonham has come. I'm back with my boo. Found my baby daddy. Welcome, noble Dragoon. Orn Kai has explained all. Right, what was Nidhogg to you? A relentless adversary. And much more. For through his power, you are forever joined. Two souls, entwined by fate. Though you have faced Nidhogg's wrath and sensed his pain, you cannot know him as we dragons once did. You would fain hear his tale. Nidhogg was without equal, even among our kind. Destined was he to guard this world from the catastrophe that befell the Dragon Star, in place of his sire. He valued strength above all else and considered the affairs of mortals beneath his notice. Once only the 7 great worms were worthy of his attention, and among them none but Ratatoskr truly understood him. Her song was beautiful, indeed, and she graced both dragon and man with her wisdom. Rabbi Thornton, King of Men, to speak on our behalf, asked us to express our desire to live in harmony. However, it was known that Nidhogg did not share these views. When the king started to ask her how her brother saw mankind, she did not hide the truth. He believed that such frail creatures were incapable of protecting the star, that the task must be entrusted to the 7 great worms alone. Alright, is why Thornton slew her? Ratatoskr had no intention of sowing discard, but the king could not... Something weird's going on with Freya's skirt right there. But the king could not countenance that his kind would be treated with such contempt that we dragons would seek to claim the star as our own. He turned on Ratatoskr, taking not only her eyes, but her life. Now we discovered that King Thornton had murdered his beloved. His fury was beyond reckoning. For all his strength, he could not master his own rage. It utterly consumed him. Dragons, men, we're all the same, slaves to our emotions, subservient to our hearts. Yet there are those who would seek another path, as I once did. I turned my back on my father in his quest for vengeance. Valiant dragoon, by your strength was the Dragon Song War ended, and by your compassion was a new alliance forged. Freya and I are living proof that we can live side by side. We shall speak the message of peace to man and dragon alike, and when we are gone, our descendants will do the same. Tell them of Nidhogg, his strength, his weakness, his love, his hate. Tell them the truth. Ornkai, you wish to commemorate Nidhogg's passing, yes? As my father once enjoyed the fragrance of mist lilies, perhaps they would make a suitable offering. What a splendid idea! Thank you, found him. I have often seen such flowers blooming in Old Ton. Follow me! Where are we? Where am I? Where am I? Up here. I must go up there. Okay. Alright. So yeah, I think I'll be taking it a bit easier. Might start just streaming me doing other classes at this point. Doing their class quests and leveling up and raiding and all that. Just to slow things down. You know, we're getting closer and closer to Endwalker, and you know, I already got it. I'll pay my subscription. I don't need to rush. Want to enjoy the game as it is. Might start getting into crafting. I've already started getting my botanist into the diadem, to start, you know, getting stuff. Oh, it's one car right there. I think I recall seeing Miss Lilies in this very spot. What could have happened to them? There's some. I really like to hide these, like, really well. So there were Miss Lilies here after all. It would appear my memory served me correctly. Pity that the same cannot be said of my eyes. It is all no matter. There is one thing that concerns me, however. In your funerary rites, the offering of flowers and such occurs at a grave or place of significance, I believe. But where should we choose for Nidhogg? Gerbania? Yes, that would be considered his final resting place if that was where you fought the primal born of his eyes. I mean, technically, I guess. Though I must say, Freya, you seem rather adept at putting down dragons. And primals that resemble dragons. It makes me glad that we are not enemies. To matters at hand, then. I shall go ahead and meet you in Gerbania. We might start, like, some of the post-game story today, maybe. So that's just I'm going to be going into it, but we'll see. We'll see how we feel. Oh my god! I at least want to get, like, learn a little bit more about the story, what's going on. Well, at least I found you at last. I had become rather lost, you see. Perhaps you get the best hurry on to the Royal Menagerie before I lose my way again. Nidhogg, we are come to honor your memory. Though now that we are here, I am at loss for words. Freya, is there anything you wish to say? Your legacy will live on in the songs of your people. From the distant star, a father bore 7 eggs. Great worms rose forth. Powerful and wise, on blackened wings, one soared on sky with a roar that set the world to tremble. Guarding their home is in the father's stead, who was a fearsome yet just. Man, wicked and vain, betrayed the worm and his kin, slaying his beloved and plucking out his eyes. Thenceforth he lived only for vengeance, his wrath irrepressible. 1,000 years hence, 2 champions of mankind were granted great strength by the stolen eyes. Destined were they to face the worm, who had risen once more to wage war on a sworn enemy. At the end of their struggle, the wayward son fell silent. These guardians and their comrades continue to watch over the star, and their heroic deeds are recounted by minstrels and storytellers far and wide. Even the ancient foe from which the father dragon once fled could not withstand their might. Freya, I am not blind to the sins Nidhogg committed. I mourn the loss of what he once was, but what he may have become had he been dealt a kinder fate. Although this is but a small gesture, I am sure that our thoughts have reached him. Ooh, neat. I have much to ponder on the return journey, and I expect that Albrecht would wish to hear of what we have learned from Faunum. Perhaps you could visit him in Corthus. That's fine. What true love they will find. Like, probably within the hour, I'll be ending this stream. I just want to take a break, man. You know, I've been streaming like almost non-stop. I've taken like some days off, but those are mostly just me getting, making myself busy with other work, like modding work, or well, mod writing for mods, and just other creative projects, or just procrastination and being lazy. So I do want to take a break just to kind of recoup. Go to pay respects, indeed. I see, this is the first time I have heard such a great, detailed account of King Thornton's acts. A betrayal in the moment, but a betrayal nonetheless. A pity he is far beyond the reach of justice. Though it may be hard to come to terms with the crimes of our forebears, we must accept the past for what it is. Of course, I shall be sharing this information with the rest of the Temple Knights. No doubt, they will be keen to speak with other members of Nidhogg's brood to verify this version of events. In the meantime, there's still much to be done in building relations between man and dragon. We will aim to follow the example set by you and Orin Kai, and work together for the good of all. May the Fury guide you both. And I guess that's it for Dragoon. I wish we would have, like, seen more of Houston, because I was kind of curious to see to make sure she, you know, I want to see her doing well. Meeting her father again. Alright, maybe like a few story quests and then we'll end it. Sounds good to everyone? The peace while you've been away. Good! I cannot well imagine what sort of the world first is, or adventures you had. But that you have returned to us safe and sound is a great comfort. Freya, how do the Archons fare over in the first? When next you see them, you may inform them that their bodies are as well as can be. Riol! Our subterfuge is moving along well enough, but we often find ourselves wanting for Thancred and Alfino's expertise. Wish they'd hurry up and get their asses back over here. You're gonna make up for lost time. Freya, God, it's good to see you again. I hope your being here means you've had your fill of rest. Not so much as 40 winks, truth be told. You're too selfless, that's your problem. But you'll be no good to anyone if you don't take a break every once in a while. Anyway, not much has happened since your last visit. I had planned for you to meet that helper I told you about, but he refuses to answer his link pool. I do hope he's alright. We've been exchanging messages with the Eorzean Alliance throughout. They say the fighting has finally stopped at the Gimlet Dark, and that the Empire has shown no sign of movements, which means we might actually have a moment to ourselves for a change. Seeing as you're back, maybe you could tell me more about your time in the First. Great! Oh, and if you don't mind, I'd like to ask Flamen to join us. She wants to know what happened to Mephilia, and I think it's best she hears from you. We'll meet you on the terrace at the House of Splendors. Ah, nice place to talk. Oh my god, he's so cool. Oh my god, look at him, he's so cool. Guys, look at this guy, he's so cool. Alright, Freya, it has been too long. Tatari did mention that I would be joining you, did she not? Thank you. Words cannot well express how I have longed to know more of the First. This world in Philia has sacrificed so much to save. But come, rest your feet. Tatara should be arriving shortly. And someone that shows up has on our gifts. It's in the X-Oracle, this girl who Thancred named Reen. To have such burden thrust upon her as a child, only to embrace it when given the choice. In that respect, they are quite alike. It would seem her legacy is indeed in capable hands. Oh yeah, might I ask a favor of you when you next return to the First? To tell Reen what I cannot? To tell her, thank you. And I would offer thanks to you as well for staying with her to the end. Begging your pardon, but could I have a word? Riol! Riol, I hope you're here to tell me you've received word from our helper. I wish. Nay, I've not heard a peep out of him, and it's been a good while now, too bloody long. On account of which, I'm going to sneak over the border and see if I can't get a signal to him from closer up. What if they catch you? There must be another way. Well, it ain't as if we can ask Thancred to do it. Besides, I should have no trouble picking my way through Gimlet now the fighting's died down. Gods know there's enough shadows to hide in. And it beats waiting around twiddling my thumbs. Anyway, I just thought I'd let you know. Now, I'd best be... I nearly forgot. Crowds up the stones, and she wants a word. Something to do with the patients. She was getting ready to examine them again when I left. We best head back then. I'm sure it's important. Alright, we go and see what Crow has to say. Okay. Up I go. It seems she's still examining them. Oh, I do hope it's nothing bad.
You're here. Good.
Hi, Cryo.
So, how are they?
Still locked in slumber, but otherwise in good physical health. For the present, at least.
For the present? Oh no, is something wrong with them?
I'm afraid there may be. I summoned you after detecting faint signs of instability in Thancred's corporeal ether. But subsequent examination suggested all 5 might be affected. And when I examined them just now, my fears were confirmed. Tellingly, the degree of instability varies between them. Thancred exhibits the most notable signs, followed by Y'shtola and Urianger. The twins' ether, meanwhile, remains relatively stable, but there is a change there too if one knows to look for it.
Hold on. Isn't that the order they were called away in?
Yes.
Indeed. Which leads me to believe the instability will only increase with time. Though I can but speculate, I fear this may be a symptom of a weakening link between body and soul.
Oh no!
By the gods! What happens if the link is broken?
I cannot say for certain. This is all unknown territory to us. Yet whatever happens, it cannot be good. Mercifully, the instability is still only slight. And you may rest assured Master Matoya and I will do everything in our power to keep it from worsening. Be that as it may, it is imperative that you find a way to restore our friends' souls to their bodies.
Leave it to me.
Thank you.
But where's she even supposed to start? We had the greatest minds in the realm hunting high and low for an answer, and they ran out of places to look.
You stated in your report that the Exarch had originally intended to reverse the summoning process by means of his own death, correct? Raha always was a reckless young fool, ready to die for the first righteous cause that came along. His plan might well have worked, But I, for one, am glad he never had the opportunity to see it through.
I'm glad he got shot in the back.
Even if it does mean our friends must remain stranded a while longer. There is another way, I am sure of it. And the key lies with him, with the Exarch. Pray return to the First and apprise him and the others of the situation.
I thought she was going to say return to the Wicking Sands.
We, meanwhile, will do what we can from here. And, if the fates are kind, we will have good news to share upon your return.
Alright. Maybe a couple more quests, and then we'll end it. Sailor Moon! Alright, you returned. I hope your time in the source was suitably restful. But of course it wasn't. Go on. Corporeal Aether shows signs of instability. By the gods, the possibility never even occurred to me. If you have returned in the hope that my research has yielded a solution, I fear you will be sorely disappointed. 'Tis but a mercy that we have the likes of Mistress Messer Matoya to keep our friends' bodies safe while we wrestle with the problem. But they cannot forestall the separation of body and soul indefinitely. Come, the others must be told.
Pray excuse my late arrival.
Will Thancred and Reen not be joining us?
Nay, milady. With apologies to all, they beg leave to pursue their investigation of the empty to its conclusion. Should matters here demand their presence, however, they did assure me that they would make themselves available.
Yes, of course. Then let us proceed. I think it best that you begin by providing a summary of Mistress Kryle's findings.
I suppose it was only to be expected that some change would occur.
Yet our souls seem unaffected, to my eye at least. How long they will remain so is another question. Kryle is right. It is imperative we find a way to return to the source.
Perhaps an explanation of the method by which I brought you here will yield some inspiration. Ere I begin, it must be noted that I am by no means a gifted mage. In order to employ powerful magics, I must rely upon the Crystal Tower and its boundless reservoirs of energy. The magic that summoned you was no exception. 'Tis a singular spell, adapted through painstaking effort from the technique that transported me to the First. To use an analogy, it works by cutting a hole in the fabric of reality. A hole tailored to the object of summoning, through which it and it alone may pass unscathed. Though I succeeded in creating said hole, I failed to latch onto my intended target. Instead of you, the spell found those close to you, and ended up summoning them in their incomplete state. I would not soon throw my life away, not after the lengths you and yours went to save it. And so long as I breathe, I will spare no effort to see you safely home. But should all else fail, and your lives be at stake, there remains one sure method.
We're not gonna do that.
Oh. What was that for?
How can you even entertain such thoughts? You owe your life to the Warrior of Light, and you don't get to die unless she says so.
Make me sound like a bad guy here, Alice.
Your followers await your divine judgment.
What did you just...
If the two of you have finished, perhaps we could return to our discussion? Rather than dwelling upon the multiple failed attempts at transference, I think it would behoove us to focus on the solitary success. I would draw your attention to the fact that our friend can travel between worlds possessed not only of her body and soul, but her personal effects besides. This is no different from the teleportation magics to which we are all accustomed. Magics that allow for the transportation of those inanimate objects one considers to be an extension of oneself.
Are you suggesting that simply by considering us her possessions, she could carry our souls back to the source upon her person?
Get in my bag!
Well, it would be nice if things were that simple for a change. But vague notions of ownership seem a rather tenuous thing to stake our lives on. So much as a moment of doubt on her part, and we'd be left floating in the rift.
Milady hath the right of it. The requisite fixity of belief would be too much to ask even of our friend. Yet were we to immure our souls within an object in her possession, mayhap then our safe passage could be assured. White Auracite would, I believe, serve as a suitable vessel for this purpose. It was conceived to imprison the massy soul of an Ascian, and should house one of ours with relative ease. We would need only to ensure our soul's safe preservation inside the stone, and identify a means by which they might be transferred back unto our vacant bodies.
Soul preservation and transference. I believe I know of someone who may be able to assist us. On the far shore of the source, there stands a great palace built by the elves. It was forsaken in the wake of the flood, but a certain Numo chose to make their home there soon after. Though they have long lived as a recluse, they once occupied a place of honor in Verbert's royal court, and it is said that none in all of Norvrant is more knowledgeable than they on matters of the soul.
Well, I've no objection to seeking a helping hand, but if they've gone to such lengths to hide themselves away from the world, what makes you think they'd be willing to lend us one?
A worthy question. Years ago, I myself tried and failed to solicit their cooperation in the battle against the Sin Eaters. No sooner had I begun to make my plea than they unleashed a swarm of their familiars upon me. Unlike me, however, you have curried favor with the Fae Folk. By that merit alone, I am hopeful that they would grant you an audience. They may still be inclined to turn you away, of course, but if their knowledge might feasibly facilitate your return home, we have to try.
Money! one more quest. Maybe. Let's see. Oh, that looks like a... I'm not in the mood to do a dungeon on the stream today. We'll see. I'm sorry, short source. I arranged for both the curious there. Whilst thou journeyest thither, I think best I devote mine energies to the creation of white auracite. By thy leave, of course. The process requireth no small amount of time, and should the Numo consent to lend us their aid, we will have need of a suitable vessel ere long. Agreed. Then I would ask the rest of you to meet me in Solon, and do be prepared for a warm reception. We'll see. I might do the dungeon, and then we'll call it. I don't know. I kind of just want to have more time to myself today, with me and my friends. You said the palace is on the opposite shore, but I see nothing on the horizon save empty sky. Curious. The exarch said to prepare for a warm session in the palace. Let's hope it's more cordial than his last visits. I was relieved to hear the exarch intended to arrange a boat to carry us across the lake. Not that I would be opposed to swimming, mind you. As I told you before, I'd scarcely set foot in the palace grounds, and I was set upon by our host Smithers, and I expect our reception today to be no different. We are proposing to march through the main gate, weapons drawn. I'm sorry, but were we not here to petition for assistance? You can't honestly think barging in looking for a fight is going to persuade them. Actually, I believe the exarch may have the right of it. They have no doubt poured a great deal of time and energy into their creations. Were I them, I should be most interested to meet with those who could overcome my defenses. As would any true seeker of knowledge, and there is little we can say or do to convince them to help us if we know nothing of their character, nor less why they chose to hide themselves from the world. But if we can seize the interest, mayhap we can earn ourselves an audience. Weapons drawn it is, then. Well, I must say, Exarch, you certainly seem to be enjoying all of this. Having fun? Do I? Well, I would not deny that I enjoy the thought of fighting alongside you all rather than pacing about inside the Crystal Tower. You both seem to be in rather high spirits, if you ask me. Not that I'm surprised, your moods invariably improve when Freya is around. Oh, what exactly are you implying? She averted a calamity, and the light which seemed destined to consume her has been extinguished. So natural that we'd be pleased to see her. Yes, well, you will have plenty of time to celebrate her good health after we've finished here. Of course, then let's proceed to the palace. Ah, there's the item level stuff. Okay. Let's head to Yulmore. See what we can get with the tomestones we have. How am I doing? I'm pretty sure I'm pretty close. Is that 423? Yeah, we're pretty close. Alright, let's see what we can get with the tomes I have. Allegory. Guess I'll just have to start grinding. That's a good looking armor. Is there actually nothing for regular tomestones here? Poetics, maybe? Ooh, what's this? Hold on. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. That looks great. Oh, God. We're gonna have to do the Eden stuff. Alright, guess we're gonna have to be doing that stuff. I don't know if I'll stream myself doing the Eden ones. I just kind of want to relax now, but... I don't know. I'll think on it. Moen. You look... Maybe seem so very... No, it can't be. As if I could possibly see my future business partner in a dream. Whatever preposterous thing that would be. That does look a lot like Rowena. Alright. Well. I think next thing we'll do then is at least get those Eden raids done. So I can get the gear. So I can continue on with the story. Maybe we should start with the first part right now. Oh! Okay, so we gotta get... We gotta get that the accessories up. To do what? Okay, so it's... okay. Fuck. Oh no, 25. To do Eden's Gate. So I'll get to work on that. I think I'm going to finish streaming here, actually. I mean, it's not like there's anything else we can really do. So, that's about nearly 2 hours of getting everything set up and ready. I think we can do the twinning, though. Maybe we can... Let's do that. We're going to do that, and then, we're gonna finish up because at least having that open. Hold on. Let's see if we can get the one here. Oh, we'll do the twinning and then we'll end it. I want to have at least, because right now the only thing I can do to get those other tomestones is the last dungeon of Shadowbringers, and pretty sure that that's a really small amount you get. Let me check. Oh, not actually as small as I thought, but still, I want to at least have some variety in case I want to switch between them, you know? And this does give me the other tomestones, the regular ones. I don't know if I have those. I still want to get that jacket. 55. I'll give Fidelis until 325. Meantime, I start thinking about, obviously we want to get Deep Shadow. What's that for? What do I get for that? What is this? Need stuff? What stuff do I need? Deep Shadow Helm of Fending. Where am I supposed to get one of those? Ooh, that's a good looking armor. Deep Shadow Gear Exchange. Moen's Token, Phantasmagoria. Alright, 625, I'm just gonna start it. Alright. Twinning, and then we're gonna finish. Let's go. see why people would make memes of the song. I will keep saying that, like, as much as it makes sense, having all this stuff, having, like, notes and stuff in a dungeon is not a great idea. What in the hell? There we go. Green. Hey, it's Ironworks. No, well, not the exact Ironworks. First, it's a different one. What the fuck? Oh, really? Oh, sweet. We're using Alexander music. And it looks almost exactly like Alexander. And that's how they're able to go through time, isn't it? So Alexander actually is important. I am dead. I shouldn't have even done that jump. I did not. I also didn't see that other one. I was just looking at. Might want to stand out of the way of those. Okay, we're good. Oh, what? Get back on. Turn back on. Turn the fuck back on. For fuck's sake. Game? Not my wire. No, it's not my game. My fucking wire. I was gonna do a... Did it. That was a fun one. Excellent work. Not only did you reveal the cause of the ethereal fluctuations, you're able to remove the threat entirely. And can see the researchers have already completed their preliminary observations. Their findings were somewhat surprising. The Crystal Tower appears not to have been created by the Ronkins or any other known civilization. Its origins are veiled in mystery, much like the Exarch in yourself. Forgive me, it is not the time for idle speculation. We have, however, recovered an artifact, though its purpose is unclear. It may even be purely decorative. Have you ever encountered anything like this? Yes, I have. Has come to carry out our plan. This would be my last recording. With the tower activated and the temporal displacement apparatus online, all that remains is to throw the switch and pray. I'm sorry, I truly am. I wish there was another way. But you are our best chance of success, our only hope. Your gift will allow you to become one with the tower and survive the journey through time and space. Where our technology is as advanced as that of the Alligans, perhaps we could have gone with you. Alas, it was not to be. But when you are finally reunited, all of the hardship, all of the sacrifice will have been worth it, I'm sure. Just promise me you'll spare a thought for those you leave behind. And we'll be thinking of you for as long as this world lasts, though I fear it will not be for much longer. This is Biggs, third of his name, 18th President of Garland Ironworks, signing off. May the 12 be at your side, Grahatia. Oh. Person's voice coming from the machine. To be honest, I kind of make head or tail of it. You any idea what that was about? Yes, it made perfect sense. Considering your connection to the Exarch, I'm not entirely surprised. Though one thing was clear, even to me. The people who left the message were facing a great catastrophe. They placed their faith in the Crystal Tower in much the same way we have done ever since the Flood of Light. Our prayers for salvation were answered when you and the Exarch returned the night to us and freed us from the terror of Sin Eaters. I sense that this was all made possible by those people from a long time forgotten. We should do our utmost to learn more of them. Perhaps the researchers will uncover more of these messages. In any case, you have performed admirably in service of the Crystarium. We may have need of your strength and guidance in days to come. Until then, fare you well. Is this a series of quests, or is it just one? Just one? Okay. Yeah, Ty, we're about to actually end. I wanted this to be a short stream because it's a holiday, and I kind of want to relax. And also, I have no way of going forth. Actually, I'm item level 423, and I need to get those tomestones up so I can actually get something that can get me through actual story and the raids. But yes, happy Halloween to you too, Ty. So, thank you for stopping by, though. I appreciate it. I hope to see you next time, and all of you guys as well. Goodbye, everyone. Happy Halloween. Be safe. Eat lots of candy. Die of sugar overdose. Have fun. Good night.